Hey there, Maybe God family. I'm so glad that you're joining us today.
The Maybe God podcast has been critical in the story's mission of reaching non-religious people.
Tell us about yourself first, Vesper. You've got an amazing story.
Since 2018, when we launched, the majority of our first-time visitors to the story found us through the podcast. It's often people who may have walked away from faith, but once they heard the podcast and some of the ways that we were allowing our guests to be vulnerable about their deepest doubts and their toughest questions, they realized this was a community for them where they could really tackle some of their own hesitancies about faith.
13th round in here? Yeah, so I'm probably...
I view discipleship as really just getting someone from point A to point Z in their faith journey. But the key in that process is finding people where they're at. Because some people come to the church and they're like already on fire for Jesus. But then you have other people come to the church for the first time and maybe they've never opened a Bible before.
Exodus 34.
If a non-believer is coming into these doors, we get the opportunity to share something that both in the secular world and the Christian world have in common, and that's music.
I think a lot of people who become non-religious is because as they're growing in their faith or church, they felt led astray. And I think here at the Story, we're working really hard not to do that and to be able to have open and honest conversations with our students and disciple them in a really positive way.
He became the Lord, the God of Israel.
We've seen students invite friends for the first time, which it sounds like a really small thing, but just having students like actually bring their friends to youth group is like one of my favorite things, because that means they're having fun and they want to bring their friends to experience the same thing.
The coolest thing about the Timber Grove campus, especially this year, is that every single day of the week, we have gatherings that are happening. This fall, we had 52 new people join groups, which actually that's something I'm so proud of.
The Mother's Day Out program. This has been a prayer of ours for several years now. We have 20 kids currently.
How many are on your wait list?
24. There's 24 on the wait list, but it's just been incredible, and it's really fitting with our mission of inspiring non-religious people to follow Jesus. We have a lot of families who don't have a home church that have come, and so it's really great to see them getting involved and asking about other opportunities they have to come to church and things like that.
I just hope that we continue in 2024 to reach so many more people who, in a world that feels so divided and so bitter right now, that we can reach people with the message of Jesus in a way that is constructive. And so by giving to the Story and supporting the Maybe God podcast, this is a real tangible way that we're reaching people with the gospel.
So the question is, why should you give? Well, I think it's just real simple. You're not necessarily investing for yourself. You're investing for the person, the one that you don't even know, the one that hasn't even graced the doors of the Story, the one who doesn't know Jesus.
By you investing in discipleship, like you're investing in changing someone's life. And when you change one person's life, you can change a whole small group's life. You can change a whole family's life. You can change a whole generation's life.